some use cases, like, what happens if we have same string assigned to multiple variables, how string behaves at memory level, all that we had discussed. Apart from that, we just started discussing about the string API. Okay, like methods of string class. And we also came to know that understood how to reverse a string without using slicing, means the programmatic approach of reversing a string, all that we had discussed. So let me share my screen now. So you can see my screen, right? So we have to talk about methods now. We have today in this session, we have to close all this. We have to complete this methods of string class. And then we have to go to the next topic again after that. Of course, there are few more things we need to discuss in strings. Once all that is done, then we jump to the another data structure. Like then we start with list, much more interesting topic. Okay, fine. Then yesterday we discussed upper, lower, strip, all that is fine. We are talking about split function. So you can see here, we were just in the process of talking a split function. So when do we need split? So generally, when you have strings like this, suppose something like some text 5 or text 6 equal to, otherwise I'll take one more new file so that it would be string methods. Okay, there is something wrong. Okay, let me again. New Python file string underscore methods. Yeah, should be fine. Now you can take a string something like this. So what is that? Bitty bought a bitter butter. Okay. So let us take this. This should be fine. So this is a simple string. A split is something which we really keep applying when you are when you are working in your project. Okay, so this we use this a lot, friends. This is really very much needed. Even yesterday I was doing an automation, and it has something. The important thing I should apply is to split my all file path or database path. So every day I keep using it somehow or the other, right? So this is one of the most important methods in string class. So here, what is the delimiter? Each word is separated with space that acts as a delimiter here. So now you see here, how do we apply split? What is split here? Split just splits a string into tokens. Okay, what split does? It splits a string or line of string into tokens. A line of string into token. This is already there in our PPT. You can see here. So we had seen this yesterday. So somewhere you can see here. Splits the string into list of substrings based on a delimiter. Okay. So, excuse me, friends. I want to split this now. Then how do I split? Simply, I can say some word list equal to, I can apply that string s1 dot split. If you want, you can specify space, but by default, I think it chooses space. Even if we don't specify space, default it's split by space. That is one thing which we don't need to specify. But if you want to explicitly specify delimiter, here space is delimiter, that you can specify. And what is the return type of split method? You can see here. The split method returns list here. When you just put cursor on that method in PyCharm, it automatically show you that doc string. Here you can see here. So the return type here clearly saying what is that? It is list. What this split will do, split this string into tokens, and these are words, and these words are added to a list. Okay. That is something this split method does here. So now if you print word list, you can see that. Let me print and just show you that. Now you can see the same string. This is a single string just some time back. But after I apply split, but this split by default split a string into tokens or words and assign that words to a list like this. You can see here the output. All that words are, added to a list. You can see here. Right here, every word is a separate string again. Here, the whole string is one, but now BT is separate string, bot is separate string, A is separate string, bitter is separate string, butter is separate string. You got it right. So this is one scenario where we can apply split. And based on your requirement, you use these strings in your processing. Suppose I'll give one more scenario which I am working. Suppose I have a database path like this. Let me just take one more scenario on split. DB path equal to, I'm not giving you exact my database folder structures, but I give a sample structure, some ABC slash ABC. Okay. Slash BBC slash XYZ. Something it goes like that. Because right, when you store data into a database, it stores in the form of directories. We are using some lightweight database and our data sits in the form of dates. Okay. So now BBC XYZ. At some point, what is that? We have a date also, something like 2024. Today is what? Some 12 and then some 13. This is another requirement. Now I have to check if something is date or not. So for that, what is that? I split and just get that validation. So what I do, I split this whole string by slash. Now you can see now I'm applying a split again just to show you that. So what I'm doing now, again, I'm splitting this instead of one more example for you. Okay. I'm using db path dot split followed by slash. And this is what? Excuse me, friends. Here it's too cold in India, that too in Hyderabad. Okay. Folder list, you can see here, friends. So now let's print this. You can use a print and just print it. Okay. So print folder list, then you come to an idea. What is that I do is there are so many file paths like folder paths like this. I should see if some path has this date, then I should return that. That's all. All the paths that are having cops inside them, that dates inside them. You got it right? That date, generally we call them as cops. That should be fine. So we split it with slash so that the last one here, you can see that too. I need what? I need, once we split, I don't need everything. I just need this one. If it has, I just see if this last folder is what, friends, if it is a date or not. To get this, simply what I can do, once you split, right, even list has indexing, same like string. So of course we will come to that point here. So right click, run this, and you can see here, this is split. Right, you can see this one, the rightmost one is the date. This is very clear. Okay. So now what do we do? Now I try to get this something which is at the end of the file path, that is the end value. Suppose that I can easily get. I'm doing this in 2 steps, but in while I code, generally I say -1. This gives me exclusively this for last one. When I say -1, yesterday we had discussed about the indexing, right? So we have, if you just want to get rightmost value from a string or from a list or from a tuple, all this linear data structures, just you can use, right, -1 is the start of value from the right side. So if I say this gives me what? I split this whole path by slash and I am just trying to get this applying -1. This gives me the date list actually. Date, not date list, just date info or path info something. Now I do validate if this is a data, not every time it will be a date. Sometimes it might be a folder as well, right? But this is the requirement. I'm just giving you. I have to do the split and now I should get all that paths which has dates inside that path. This is the requirement. So I'm printing this here. See here now. This gives me date. This is how I keep doing applying splits. You can see now. You got it right. This is one more scenario which we apply. This is actually we are doing two operations in one shot here. One is we are doing split. Also we are trying to get this date. And later on I'll check if this date info is date or not by applying a simple regular expression. Okay, that we can get it from Google, not a big problem. How to validate? If you put it in Chat GPT, this format, automatically it gives you a regular expression that we put and validate. That's all. Right. This is how we keep doing day to day this thing with split, friends. I think I'm moving to the next example. This is how split works. Got it? Next after that is, so split should be fine. We'll take more examples in the coming days, no problem. Next after that, replace. Replace means simple, right? You can see here we have hello world. We are asking to replace world with Python. You can see here this whole word is replaced with this one. That's all. So what do you do right now? If you want, you can test the same. Okay, you can take this just for quick testing. You can take this. Okay. If you want, you can keep this as is. Maybe you can comment this. Already we are good with these things, right? So if you think you can comment or you can use it, no problem. And now paste that here, this hello world example. Now, if you want to replace simply what some text to equal to text dot replace of what is that? We want to replace WRLD old with the something like Python. Okay, old string replacing new string. Old here old is replaced with the Python. So if you print text2, what is that you get here? You get hello Python. So you print it. Now you can see here print text2. Okay, friends, let's see this. Run this now. And you can see here hello Python. This is how replace works. Okay, friends. Right, this is one more example. Next after that. Split is over, replace is done. These are all simple things, friends. So I'm going little fast here so that we can focus our time more on more useful topics. Okay, because these are very straight and simple. So I'm just quickly walking through these examples. After this starts with, this is again another very simple example. Suppose it says starts with hello, it returns a boolean, that's all. If it starts, any string starts with something, if it is matching, it returns true, else it returns false. That's all. So you can take the whole part and quickly test it. Just for testing purpose, we are taking this. Okay, you can take this as text3 because we already have. If nothing happens, it will overwrite that. That's all. Nothing more than that. Or else you don't need all this as well. Okay. Already hello is there, right? Hello world. So text dot starts with hello. Yeah, definitely this text starts with hello, right? It returns true. That's all. You can see here. Got it? So that's all, friends. This is starts with. Similarly, ends with. Same thing. Ends with is also a similar example. Just checks if that string ends with something with what you are choosing. Okay, when you are validate again in data, this thing, data validations, especially for data engineering, you keep doing lot of data analysis, right? You have certain validations you need to do, friends. In your data engineering, you need to search for certain strings which starts with some kind of names or some kind of account numbers, something like this, or ends with certain prefixes or suffixes. So these are very useful for you, especially for data engineering people. Okay, ends with. So again, same thing, friends. Again, it just, if if the string is ending with this word, it returns true, else it returns false. Now you can see, this is a valid one, no problem. Suppose if I say old one, you get false. You can see here. That's all simple. These are all straightforward. You can easily understand by looking the names of methods itself, friends. Okay. Capitalize means just the string is there, right? It just, that starting letter, it will convert it to a capital letter. See here. That is capitalized. Maybe if you want, you can directly test it. Okay, see here. Just pass it here, test it. When I say text dot capitalize, that hello world, whatever that is there, the start letter is converted to uppercase. Now right click on this. See here. That's all, friends. Next, after that, ends with we had discussed already. Capitalize is fine. Next is digit. These are all very important again. At times, these methods, again, when while playing with data, you need these methods, friends. Is digit, is num, is all num, all that. Sometimes for validating data, these are very helpful for us, because if we create customized, it takes a lot of time for us. So is digit means, suppose you have a string like this. Okay. What is digit checks? Suppose this is a string, some text 4 equal to or 3 equal to. Now, if this string is if all characters in this string is a digit or not, let's check that. Okay, if all these characters in this string are digits or not, just to check that, what is that? If it is a number or not, otherwise numeric string or not. Just simply we can do this just by applying a method text3 dot, what is that? Is digit. This checks whether a string is digit or not. Definitely this is a numeric string. These are all digits, so it returns true. See, this is very important method for you again in data engineering. Next, after that, is alpha. Yes, it checks if a string is pure alphabets. All characters in this string are alphabets. If you want to check that. So then we use this is alpha. This is again a very simple one. Maybe suppose you can copy this. Okay. Now you can apply the same for this one, text 3. If I apply this for text 3, all these characters in text 3, do you think are alphabets, friends, or digits? These are digits, right? Then what is alpha do now? It returns false. You see here. Suppose I put something like a string like hello. Now is digit return false and is alpha returns true here. See here, false and true. Of course, you can, just only we are trying to understand what each method does. That's all. Later on, while applying in your data engineering, you can see how you can use them. Okay, friends, that is the idea. So after this,
It is,
next one.
you
Yes,
can put mixed case here. 1, 2, 3. Hello, 1, 2, 3.
yes, definitely. If you put mixed case, this is alpha numeric, right? Then both will return false. So in this case, both return false. In such cases, to validate this, we have one more method. Let me just show you. All num. There is a method to see if your string is alphanumeric. So that method is what, even we have that as well. Text3 dot is, you can see somewhere all num means what, all num is, all num checks if your string is alphanumeric. Now this gives you true, the other two returns false. See here, friends. Suppose you put some special characters in this.
No,
Even
when
though,
it is when it is false in is num, is all num.
Is all num, right?
Uh,
You can see this scenario, right? Is all num means when it is alpha numeric, then only it returns true. Suppose if it is pure numeric, pure alpha, it won't return true. That
mhm.
returns false. You got it, right? So you
Yes,
can
yes.
see now, even this time, I added a special character in this string. So let's see. Probably all these three methods will return false here because this is not a pure is alpha numeric. Again, it has some special character. Let's run this. See, you got it? This returns false. This is one scenario. Second scenario, when all num returns false means this is a numeric string. This is not alpha numeric. Then that is digit is true, is alpha false, is alpha num false. See, so you can see here true false is all num. Okay, it is taking is if it is alpha or number. So then it is true. So this is okay. Next, let's take maybe it should be true for alphabet as well. Then this is false, this is true. This should be also true. Just checking that all num thing. Let's see. Yeah, see here. So means this is like or like if it is alphabet or if it is number numeric or if it is alpha numeric. It checks all these three and returns true in all these three cases. So I hope you are clear on this now. Sorry, I have a little sore throat. Is this clear for you now? We tried to check on multiple scenarios. This is checking not just only is alphanumeric, exclusive alphanumeric. It is also returning true if it is pure, which has alphabets. Okay, it is something like it is doing alpha or num numeric or alpha numeric. So it is checking all these scenario. It is covering not just one scenario. Maybe if you want to go with precise check, then you can use is alpha or is digit. That's all. So this is about all num. Maybe if these are all simple things, friends. You can just take some example, test it. I'm only showing you how to play with data around. That's all. How to apply each method. Now after that, so we done with capitalize is over. Title, this is not a big problem. You can see here, hello world. When I say title, it just converts it to, you can see convert a string to title case. Like it's converts first character of each character. First, each character in the first, even, each word starting letter, it will convert to uppercase. You can see here, hello world is this. And you can see we have two words. Start letter of each word is converted to uppercase. That's what title does here. That's all. Okay, maybe we can check it, no problem. So we did tested is digit is fine, is alpha is fine. Then next is all num is fine. Count is important again. Okay, you can use count in number of places. So just a minute. Again, let's quickly check on count title as well. Suppose you have hello world. So print text dot title. Then it just converts hello world. Each word start letter will be capitalized. That's all. Let's run this now. You can see here. Okay, fine. This is fine. Then what is count here? Suppose you take a text for equal to, you take ABC, BBC, ABC, BBC, something like this. ABC. Okay. Now, if I apply count, what count does? Generally, our opinion is we think that it gives you count of characters in a string. To get total length, we have length function. We don't apply count. The purpose of count is what, friends? Count returns count of or number of occurrences of some character or some substring. Okay. So count returns what? When you talk about count in Python, it doesn't give you length of string, but the purpose of count is it returns number of occurrences occurrences of a substring, means a part of that string. Okay. So that is what count does here. Let me just make it. That's what count does. So you have text for, suppose you see here, print off. So you can take here this one, right? So now, sorry, you can take text for dot count of in double quotes, you can, or single quotes, you can say A. What this gives you? Number of occurrences of A in this string text for. Right click and run this. Now you can see A is occurring for 3 times. 1, 2, and one more is here, 3. Suppose if you try same for B, you can see here, right? Number of occurrences of B. And similarly, number of occurrences of C you can try. So likewise, it gives you occurrences of each of these characters or substring inside a string. Run this now, you can see here. B is occurring for 8 times, C for 5 times. Suppose not just only a character, you can also apply count for this. Suppose I want to see how many times this substring ABC is occurring. Now run this and test it. See here, it occurs for 2 times. So this is how you can test for what, friends, this count thing. Okay, I think this should be very clear for all of you. Right, next after count, we move to the count is done. L strip. L strip means it removes space at the left side. You can see here this space, leading space. Okay, left strip means just removes space at the left side of your string or start of your string here. Okay. So now you can take this example, just apply this quickly, something like text 5, and you can print it. While printing, you can apply text 5 dot, you can say L strip. These are all simple and straightforward. It just removes this. What is this here? The leading space here. Leading means something at the start of your string. Now, when I say L strip, it removes that. Then this is very much needed when you are doing data validations. Sometimes while giving that data in the form of that data sets like Excel or CSVs, they might unknowingly add the spaces. You might have the spaces added into your strings and we have to strip them. Otherwise, that will totally change the meaning of data, right? That, and also it will totally change the output as well. So to avoid that kind of hiccups, so what is that we do? So unknowingly, what when you your client is sharing your data set with you, they might by mistake they might have this spaces incorporated and share it with you. So to make sure that you clean data properly, this strip is definitely something which we can apply. Okay, these are all curated, keeping this data engineering into mind by your by Shiva sir. So definitely is a data engineer. He knows which data engineers apply regularly. Okay, this is something useful in that way. You got it right. So in the cleaning of data, we have to remove these unwanted spaces. Sometimes it might come while client is preparing data. Unknowingly, they might add these spaces. Then we should remove all that. Okay. Next, L strip is done. Similarly, R strip, we don't need to go again copy from the this one. R strip is something this. We have a space at the trailing. This is trailing space. Trailing means something at the where we have space at the end of string. Now you can say text 6 and then just apply this on this one. And then instead of a L strip, you apply what? R strip. You can see that method. Remove spaces at the right side, simply speaking, or at the end of string. Now right click and run this. You can see here. Both are showing the same output, but there is a difference in the way this works. Each method works. Okay. So next, after that, R strip is done, then center. Center means just you can see here, just place your string somewhere in the center of quotes here. You can see adding a bit of spaces there. You can see it is applying a padding with spaces. Okay, that's what center is. And also what you are doing, you are applying some, right? How much padding you have to apply here with some width here. You have a width here. Center of 10 means probably it provides five spaces at left and five spaces at the right, and the middle it just try to put this string. You got it right, friends? So that's what happens. Maybe you can quickly test it, not a big problem. So again, you take one more string. But these are useful, friends. Definitely this come into handy for you. Okay, text 7. Okay, and then what is that? Copy this and then put here, and then text 7 dot. You can just apply which method? Center. Okay, center of width. If not 10, you can put 20 or you can put 5. It's up to you. Width is, it depends on your need. That's all, friends. So run this now. Now you can see that this is formatted with some specified width here. You got it right. So that's the idea about center method. Next after this is, what is it? Then Z fill. Again, simple. You have a string like this, numeric string or anything. And if you want to provide some fill, you can see here, it pads that string with zeros on the left until it reaches specified width. You mentioned jet fill 5, we have already 2 characters, then it pads 3 more zeros at the left side of your string. You got it right, friends? So that's what happens with Z fill. So you got it. So let's test it quickly. So you can take this. This alone is enough for us. Okay, you take number equal to 42. So then print off, you can say number dot z fill, and then you can put 10. In that 10, 2 characters is our value. Remaining is zero filled with left zero filled with left padded with zeros. Remaining 8 characters. That's all. Now run this. You can see here. So this is what happens with Z fill, friends. Okay. Z fill is just, it will fill zeros as a left padding, not generally it places at the left side. That is the what this function does, friends. Okay. So this is also done. Next after that, swap case simple. Suppose you can see you have hello world here. When we say swap case, it converts all lower cases to uppercase and upper cases to lowercase. That's all. Okay. You can just see this. It's a very simple thing. These are all straight and no way. You can just quickly test it. You can see here some text 8 equal to, okay, hello world. Then you can just quickly check on this. Okay, so you can apply a swap case, swap text 8 dot swap case. Then it converts lowercase to uppercase to lowercase. That is swap case, right? Swapping means just changing one to another. Now right click and run this. See here you have swap case here. Okay, this is about hello world, friends, not about swap case, in fact. Okay, this is the idea about swap case. Okay, next after that is something very useful method again. Apart from split and this is another important method in strings. Of course, every method is important, but this has more weightage. Especially this it is all even they comes handy for you while validating data. Okay, what is join here? So it's simple, friends. This join method is used to concatenate the elements of an iterable iterable objects. Iterable objects means what? It might be another string or list or tuple or set into a single string. Right? And here we provide a separator, like how we provide separator for split. Even we provide separator for joins. But it's very easy to understand, and there are so numeric use cases with join. When we look all that, you clearly understand how join works here. You got it right. So let us just start seeing that examples. Now you got clarity, right? Well, let's see with the example directly, more than see. When you try to analyze with example, that gives you more better understanding. Okay. Okay, this is the example. How join works. Let's analyze. So this is a simple list of characters. Now I want to convert this whole list of characters into one string. So what is that I just want to remove commas after this delimiter comma after each character and converts this whole HELLO into one string hello. Then what is the join we should apply here? We use this delimiters, just empty string. We don't put anything. Then automatically it takes each character and just concatenates each character with this empty string. After H we apply empty string. Then that comma is removed with empty string. And again it concatenates H and D. Again after E it applies what is this empty string. Comma is replaced with empty string. After L again comma is replaced with empty string. After this L comma is replaced with empty string. Likewise it applies join. It will iteratively apply this empty string after each character. And finally replaces that comma with this empty string here and finally converts that into a string like this. That's how join works. We can use join in different ways. We have the numeric use cases. When you look all that, that gives you a clear idea. Suppose you take this and apply. See, let us check this in. I'm taking another file. So maybe I just write it exclusively as string join. And you take that chars here. Now I want to concatenate all this list of characters into a string. The easiest thing for this is what? Applying join. Of course, you can concatenate without join. You can directly apply a string scenario. You can take empty string like this str equal to something space, some empty string. This is not space, friends. Sorry, this is an empty string. Means no spaces, just quotes. That is empty string. Now, what I can do, I can iterate this and extract each value and concatenate that to the string. Same what join does. Let me show you how join internally works. The algorithm of join. This is as simple as what we are doing here without join. Let me just show you. Then let me apply join. Then you get the difference. Are you following, friends? So, what is that here now? See here. Iterate for okay, ch in chars, okay, colon str equal to str plus ch. Okay, now you print this str. What is happening here in this loop? Each time loop iterates, we extract one character, and that character we are concatenating with this existing one. Right? For now, we have empty string. Each time it extracts and combines that with this str. Add something to str. This ch is appended to str. Again reassigned to str. Again, this iteration keeps continuing until all characters are extracted from this character array now or this list, character list. Okay, run this now. See, you got hello. Now all this hello whatever list of character strings we converted to a single string, right? This is hello. Same thing. See, this whole process we can simplify this simply applying a small join. See, something like print of what you can do. Maybe if you want, you can assign to some variable. It's up to you, friends. But here, that empty string dot join. Whatever this loop does, whatever this iteration is happening, all that is done just by simple join. Okay. Join of to this join function, just pass chars. What we do here, same thing is done with this join function. No matter how big or how small this list is. Now you can see now, see here. Same output, we are just doing it with applying a simple join method. Now run this, you get the same output, you got same string. This is something we are creating customized one. This is a built-in one, and which is much more simple to apply. You got it right, friends. So this is the idea. This is how join works. What join does? It applies this delimiter iteratively on this characters list. Wherever space this comma is there, that comma is applied with this delimiter. Hence, when comma is replaced with empty string, automatically we get this a concatenated string like this, removing all that commas in that list and converts to a whole string like this, friends. This is how join works. And also we have observed how join internally works also. The principle of that is used internally in this join function. Okay, similarly, there are another scenario. See, numbers. Now we want a number output like this. Of course, we can write a code and do this. That's not really difficult. But we have a join here, just apply. Why to write all that? When you have a very straightforward mechanism, why again sweating? Okay, take this here, numbers. Okay. Again, if you want me, we can just quickly do it, not a big deal. Concatenating, now the output is this. This is the output requirement. So always look for output, not the process. Once you know what output you should generate, then you can start working towards that. You want output like this. Each value should be separated with hyphen. Finally, that whole, all that values should be concatenated and converted into a one string. Simple, right? Apply a join here. What is that? Print that. So what is the separator you need in this whole string? Hyphen. Just apply concatenate hyphen. That is the delimiter you need between each value. Dot. Apply join. And then pass this one. This number to the join method. This. Okay. This one to the join method. Now run this. See, you got this right. Maybe if you same thing we can do by iterating this list and just appending a hyphen each time. That we can do, not a big deal. You got it right, friends. So this is the idea. Understood now? So this is how join works. Next, again, there are so many use cases. Let's quickly check one by one, okay? So this is one more scenario. This is discussed, right? A similar kind of scenario. So we are just converting this to a Python is awesome. Just removing this comma with the space. Just replacing comma with some space. In that case, what is that we need? Just concatenate join with some delimiter space. Then automatically this comma gets replaced with space, right? Maybe you can quickly try this, not a big problem. Okay, apply this and then simply print. If this comma should replace space, simply you can apply first what should be the delimiter. This is the syntax of join. Some delimiter space dot join on what? On source. What is your source? This is the string. Now run this. Now you can see Python is awesome. Suppose if you don't want spaces in this string, then you just make this as delimiter as empty. Then you get something like this. Python is awesome. It's just about playing with this delimiter and concatenating that with the join. Okay. So next, again, same thing. This we had discussed already. Okay. So joining tuple of strings. Again, same thing, friends. See here. So same tuple we are just bringing out and converting it to a string like this. Okay, just apply comma between them. That's all. Okay, you can try that, not a big problem. Next, after that, similarly, you can apply join on many things. You can see joining a set. You can see there are, this is a set actually. We didn't yet discuss this set thing, but still something in this braces is just like values. Okay, collection of values in braces is nothing but it is a set in Python. Now you can see we apply colon dot join of items means it just iterates that set and concatenates each item with the quote colon, and you get output like this. Same thing, just the mechanism is same. Whatever we applied on string, same thing is applied on set or dictionary or anything, friends. Okay, you got it right. Similarly, applying a join on dictionaries, you can see here. So this is data. Dictionary is this key value pairs. Generally, what is dictionary is something with key value pairs. Now you apply a join, and you are just doing what when you say comma dot join of data, you can see you get something. All the keys are extracted and then they are separated with comma. You can see here. Okay, so maybe anyhow we didn't yet start discussing this data structures, but just giving you a quick heads up, no problem. Okay, so maybe if you want to test this quickly. See here, this is dictionary. You can go one by one, of course. So, but these are straightforward examples. See here. This is a string. I want to concatenate. Instead, I want to replace this comma with colon and then semicolon and then and combine all these items into a string. Simply what we do, we just apply. I'm directly taking print. If you want, you can assign that result to some variable. It's up to you. So print. So what I need here, my delimiter should be, it's up to you. If it is semicolon, you put semicolon. If it is hash, put hash. It's up to you, friends. Okay. So dot join and then just pass item. Same thing we apply for the same mechanism we follow for any data structure. So right click and run this. See here. Now you get something like this. Similarly, you can try for this one as well. Dictionaries. So see, copy this. Again, what is your delimiter? Whatever you want, you can that you choose as in the first place. So you can copy this again and paste it here, and then just instead of colon, you can put comma, and then instead of items, pass data. That's all. That delimiter dot join and your iterable object with join. That's all. Now what happens? It just extract keys, only keys, not values, and then just separate those keys with comma. Right click and run this. Name comma is. If you want to see all list of keys in a dictionary, then this is one quick approach. Of course, there are many ways. We learn that when we talk about dictionary, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, maybe on Monday otherwise. Interesting, right? So this is how it works. So many examples. I think Shiva sir wants all of you to be very much hands-on with all this. So he only shared this PPT with me. So another one, see here. This is actually a kind of what we can say is comprehension. We are whatever we are applying here. Okay, just replacing each of this. You can see here, this is my list, mixed list. And we are again concatenating that list with slash. That we can do in different ways, friends. Okay. So now we can test this quickly. Convert to, you can see here now. See, this is the what we have. Now, what is the output we need? This is the output we need. Okay. Like actually, it should be slash like this. Slash, slash. Let me apply this directly. I think we are applying iterator there. We don't need iterator. I mean that for thing. Join internally applies iterator. Okay. Dot join. Okay. And then to this just pass this mixed and let's see what would be the output. Okay. This is not accepting.
Because we can concatenate only strings, right, sir?
No. This slash should work. I think I should put double slash. Yeah. And then mixed. So say actually in strings, single slash means it is just it might confuse. So put double slash. That double slash is escape sequence which gets converted to single slash. Now let's run this now. So let's see what would be the output here. It's not printing anything. Print off this join of mixed. This should work.
They are strings, right, sir? They are numbers, right?
Okay, I
Yes,
got this.
yes.
Yeah. Then we have to convert this to string
String.
and apply.
Mhm.
I got this now. So as these are numbers, yeah, I got this. I didn't. Yeah, I was assuming these as strings. Thanks, Shiva sir. Then this conversion is required. They are just doing a string conversion here. That's all. Nothing more than that in the join, and then passing it to this one. I got this. Okay, then what we can do? We have to first because we cannot concatenate numbers. That's why this is failing. What is that I should do is convert each number. This anyhow we had discussed, right, friends? We discussed this, right? How to convert a number to string or string to number, all that discussed. So now let me apply slash and dot slash dot join. Yeah. And one more closing brace, sir. Again, of course, do one thing, put double slash. So join, we can pass it directly. Let's test this now. This should precisely work for us. Run this. For some reason, I am not getting output. Okay. Str of x. Okay. For x in mixed, it try to extract each one, converting string. Okay. Even we are passing single string, it's not allowing. Okay. Let me just apply a quote and see. Even then, it's not allowing. Let me just see. There is not callable. So for x in mixed, okay. Let me just debug just quickly why it's not working. Okay, so x is 1. Okay, let me get. It's throwing error. Type error. String object is not callable. Okay, there is some type error here. Okay, let me do one thing. Definitely, it should be converted because if we should concatenate that with this should be converted. Same thing we can do with
Sir,
the.
STR of X or STR of mixed, sir? Join
No,
of STR of X?
it should be X actually. See, let me show you. See, same thing. I'll just show you. See, let me show you. Substring equal to, you put this concatenation as like this. Suppose for same thing, let me show you what we are doing. For X in, we are iterating this list. Okay, this will work what I am doing, but join has some issue. I'll check and let maybe in case I'll fix and show you that on Monday, not a big issue. So you are just iterating this list one by one, but these are numbers. If you should concatenate and convert to a string, these numbers should be converted to strings. So now this is a number. What we are doing now, first thing. So otherwise result, let's say some result equal to what you are doing now, simply a result equal to that
STR
you have to
of
convert this. So convert this to str of x plus you have to assign result.
result.
Uh, so this is what you should do. Or result equal to result plus this one should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now what you have to do, you can print it, just simply convert this result. Then run this now. So because this is a string, we don't have a problem. Of course, put double slash, then we don't have issue. So that double slash is single slash. This is an escape sequence. You can check it, okay? Now run this. Somewhere type error. Yeah. Even now we are getting this issue. Okay, then I got it. So should we? Okay, I'll do one thing. What is the issue? Let's just check in chat GPT. There is nothing wrong in that. Okay, built-in string function. The issue is this. I got it now. The issue is with this, friends. You got it right. Even join works. I have used a built-in string class directly. Finally, we got the issue right. So it's saying somewhere, we are using built-in string. Everything what we did is perfect. What we did is so just change this. You get the error, friends? So this is important. This is even a learning lesson for every one of us. What is the issue? I am using something built in. That's why it's overwriting that built in with this customized one. Okay, so now this works as expected. Even join works. Whatever we did some time back, even that works. This works. Everything should work now. Now run this. See something. Of course, this is not the expectation, but actually it should be what every time we iterate, it should concatenate that with result. So not like 4, 3, 2, 1 or something. So let me apply join first before we maybe go with customized one. Okay, you can directly take this. Let me apply it now. So instead of this, you can choose some slash as well. Now run this and print result. Okay. Run this now. See, perfect. So what is the issue? Issue is not with the join. Issue is with my code. Somewhere in the code, I use some built-in string. So this is a caution for us. Don't use built-ins in the as variables in the code, friends. So you can see the kind of hiccup we had here. Okay. So that's all. This is how it works. This is the expectation. Same thing we can generate with what? With a customized code as well. Okay. So this is done. I think we almost covered most of this thing. You can see reversed anyhow. This is a built-in one. We can directly pass. But concatenation thing is clear to all of you, right, friends? And again, applying slash t. Okay. And again, non-iterable. You can see here now. You can apply something map. We didn't discuss all this yet. We'll talk about them. Okay. In the future, when we talk about all these things, we come to know. And finally, Boolean list, concatenating Boolean. Just you can choose and apply this. By now you are familiar with all this, right, friends? So this anyhow I'll talk map thing, reduce thing, filter thing. There are many things like that. Advanced Python, I mean functions. When we come to that, we'll talk about all that. You can for now. This understanding is enough, friends. Whatever we had discussed so far, this gives you a detailed idea about join and concatenation, everything. Okay, so we'll stop here, and then maybe on Monday. I think this is clear. We don't have issue with this. Okay. Any questions? We'll discuss.
Um, Sir, like, is it possible?